I am in focus now. Look at me, Mom. I'm in focus. All right, we're recording. Hi, everybody. My name is Alicia. Welcome back to Top Words. Today, we're going to talk about 10 useful prefixes. A prefix, by the way, is like a small word, a few letters that we attach to the beginning of a word to change the meaning of that word. Let's go. Re. The first prefix is re, R-E. Re means again. So we see the word re in like redo or replay or reimagine or recreate, for example. So it means to do the base word again. So whatever you see re in front of, or not everything, but if you see re before a base word like that, it can mean to do that thing again. So in a sentence, I have to redo my homework. Anti. The next prefix is anti, or you might hear anti as well. Anti or anti, both are fine. But it means against or in opposition to or like kind of the opposite of something. So against, anti. So we see this in like antifreeze or antisocial or anti-inflammatory or antibiotic. So they all mean against something. So like the word antifreeze, for example, means like against freezing. So antifreeze is a product that prevents a liquid from freezing, for example. An antibiotic is a medicine that we take to kill like bad microorganisms in our body, germs in other words. So we see bio in that word, so relating to like biology. Antisocial refers to someone who does not like social situations. They are against social situations. And anti-inflammatory, another type of medicine, is against inflammation. So inflammation can mean like swelling or like turning you red, for example. So anti means against something. We see anti before words which mean like opposing or against that thing. In a sentence, my boss is anti-overtime. Dis. So the next prefix is dis. So essentially, dis means not. So we see this in words like disrespect or disapprove or disconnect or like disagree, for example. So these words all mean not plus the base word. So like disagree, for example, means to not agree, or disconnect means to not connect. So something is not connected to the other thing. Disrespect means to not respect something, for example. So dis means not plus that base word. In a sentence, a good editor should be disinterested. X. The next prefix is X. X means former. So something that was once true is not true anymore. We see this very commonly in relationships. So for example, ex-husband, ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, ex-boss. So all of these mean my former something, my former boyfriend, my former girlfriend, my former boss, my former roommate, for example. In a sentence, the ex-CEO was in the news this week. Mid. The next prefix is mid. So mid means like in the middle of or during something. So we can see this in a word like midnight or midsummer, for example, or mid-morning. So meaning in the middle of or roughly in the middle of something during that time period. Midnight means in the middle of the night, or mid-morning is like in the middle of the morning. So all of these refer to mid something. We can also use it for like an action, like mid-meal, for example, or she was mid-presentation when the phone rang, for example. So mid means in the middle of something. In a sentence, I was mid-breakfast when I heard the news. Ill. The next one is ill. So ill means, again, not, or it's like a negative prefix. It means the base word, but not that base word. So we see this in words like illogical or illegible or illegal, for example. So these all mean not plus the base word. So illogical means not logical. Illegible means unable to read. Legible means readable. Illegible means cannot read that thing, unable to read that. Illegal means not legal, in other words, so an action that is against the law. So ill means not. In a sentence, highly illogical, Captain. That's a Star Trek reference. Im. The next prefix is im, I-M. Im also means not. It means not. Words that fit this pattern, for example, could be impossible or impeccable or improbable or imperfect, for example. So again, it means not. So imperfect means not perfect. Impossible means not possible. So im means not. It means not. In a sentence, this is impossible. In. The next prefix is in. So again, in also means not. It's a negative prefix that we use. There are a lot of words that start with this in, meaning not. So like inconsiderate, incapable, inconceivable, inappropriate. So they all mean not plus the base word. For example, like the word inappropriate means not appropriate. So behavior that is not appropriate in a certain situation. Or incapable means not capable. Someone cannot do something they're expected to do. So in means not plus our base meaning, the opposite then of that meaning. In a sentence, he's incapable of running the country. Ear. The next prefix is ear. So the pronunciation is ear, even though it's IR. Ear. For example, we see this in like irresponsible or irredeemable or irregular. So again, this means not something. So irresponsible means not responsible. Irregular, not regular. Irredeemable is something that cannot be made up. We cannot redeem that thing. So ear is another negative prefix, meaning not or no. In a sentence, your behavior was irresponsible. Non. The next prefix is non, N-O-N. So N-O-N is a prefix. Again, it means not or against, or like, I shouldn't say against. So non also means not something. So for example, we see it in a word like nonsense or like non-sequential or non sequitur. So these are words that all mean like not something. So for example, nonsense means no sense, essentially, not sense. Non sequitur. So sequitur, the base there is like, think of the word sequence. We see that same sort of base in sequence as we see in non sequitur. And that actually comes from the Latin meaning like to follow something. So non sequitur means like it does not follow. So a non sequitur means something that just, it's not part of the conversation. It's like a random comment is a non sequitur. So it does not follow. Non sequitur is one. So, non means not or no. In a sentence, this is nonsense. Okay, so those are 10 useful prefixes. So you'll notice that a lot of these actually mean no or not. But that doesn't mean that we can just mix and match these. So we can't add like un to the word logical. We can't say like unlogical or maybe like dislogical, for example. We always need to use the same prefix with the same root word. So please be careful. Just because these prefixes mean the same thing doesn't mean that we can just pick and choose as we like. So it's still important to learn the correct prefix and the words that it regularly attaches to. So please keep this in mind as you study. All right. Those are 10 useful prefixes. I hope that they were helpful for you. If there are some other prefixes that you have encountered or some other prefixes you have a question about, please let us know in the comments. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check us out at EnglishClass101.com for some other good resources too. Thanks very much for watching this episode of Top Words, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye. Antifreeze or
Anti-feminist.
I don't want to get political on this show. Anti-communist, yeah, I could say that.
Anti-racist.
Anti-racist? What's up with you and your political words over there? No politics right here. This is politics free. No. All right.